All right, welcome people. This is Trisha coming to you from New Delhi, India, and today this presentation is about speed recruiting. So I think this is definitely going to grab your eyeballs, attract your attention, because recruiting is something that gives jitters to a lot of people, but actually it is not at all difficult if you have the right strategies with you. All right, and this strategy that I'm sharing is something that I have learned from my Millennium mentor, and I've been in the Top Recruiters Academy as well. And I'm sharing all that I've learned, all that I practice. All these strategies have given me great success, and today I am sharing it with you, right? So typically with this strategy, if you follow it with the T to the T, you are going to learn how to recruit reps in 6 to 45 minutes. Yes, you read that right and heard me right. It's just 6 to 45 minutes. All right, so we are going to the next slide. All right, so just before we start, a little about me. I am a corporate marketer turned into a network marketer, and I was actually working as director of marketing and communications with a leading IT company in India, and I was in the corporate world for at least 12 years, and I had a big portfolio. I was in marketing, I was in communications, public relations, and all that stuff. So I had a huge portfolio. I was quite successful, but then, it's the online world that attracted me, and here I am today doing this, presentation for you. But it was not always the same. When I had joined, I failed miserably because I didn't have the right strategies with me. Okay, so once I learned the strategies, there was no looking back for me. So this is the first question that people must know the answer to, and that is, why do so many people fail with the MLM business model? Okay, and that's something that that's the people don't know. They're just recruiting. They talk to people, they chat people, they at times people spam their links, no one ends up joining up, and the result is that people they think they get recruiting just scares them because they are never able to recruit a single soul, and the reason is that they do not have the right strategies. Okay, so I will tell you the reasons today why people are not able to recruit. Okay, so what happens is that this business model is a relationship business model. Okay, and people come with the sales mindset that they gotta sell. Okay, pitch and close, pitch and close. That is what people think, and this is a totally different business model, right? It is not a sales model, it is a relationship building model, and this is the first thing that a person should know, that when he steps into this network marketing industry, that he is not here to sell, he's here to build relationships. Okay, and salespeople want instant gratification. And what do I mean by instant gratification? It means that they just want to pitch and close, and it doesn't work that way. Okay, in the network marketing industry. Okay, and what do true networkers do, right? What do true network marketers do? And what they do is they build relationships, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is build relationships, because that is the foundation of our business, right? So relationships are our net worth in the business, okay? So this is something that we should really be concentrating upon when we get into the business. But what happens is, people just, when they join the business, they start the business, they're not told what exactly has to be done, so they just start spamming people. I did the same thing, but fortunately, I started working with my millionaire mentor, and I didn't spam people for a very long time. So, as I said, people think that it's all about selling, but it's not, okay? It's all about relationship building. I just cannot emphasize enough that it is all about relationship building, okay? So what people do is they focus on pitching and closing, right? They think that the moment, they come in contact with someone, what their mind is thinking is, okay, now I share my link and I just close it, right? And what do they get? They get a pushback, right? Because no one is going to join you in your business until they know you, right? So they just get a pushback, right? They get rejection. So there you go. That's where, the disappointments set in. What they do is, then the next thing they do is they focus on features and benefits. So that, that happens, that now, it doesn't even happen in the offline world, because marketing is all about adding value. So what happens is, for instance, if someone is selling a weight loss product, they'd say, oh, you buy this, and these are the features and these are the benefits. Oh, it's got ketos, or I mean whatever product they're talking about, they would be talking about the features and the benefits. No one really cares about that, all right? So they never take the time to connect or build a rapport or relationships. This is like really important. You need to connect with people, and you need to build a rapport or relationship, right? So these people, they fail because they don't want to talk to people, they don't want to build a relationship, they don't want to become friends, and that's it. So they fail. All right. They never ask qualifying questions to find a need or identify a problem. So the thing is, you need to ask qualifying questions, right? So I'll tell you how you do that. For example, if you're doing a high ticket product and a person is maybe just earning $3,000-4,000 in $300-400 in a month, how do you think that person is going to be able to afford your product? Can he do that? No, he cannot. So you need to ask qualifying questions. Is that person even entrepreneur material? You need to know that, right? So without knowing that, you can't just, share your link. This is something that you have to do. You got to ask qualifying questions. What is that person interested in? You might be doing travel and the person may be interested in health, right? So you can't just go ahead and make him join your business, right? And what you do is you end up losing a friend who might actually join you in future in some other business of yours, okay? So that's another problem. That's the reason why they fail. They talk too much and listen too little. So there's a reason that, we've got one mouth and two ears, and that's because we need to listen more, okay? And we need to talk less. And what do I mean by this? This is something that, you gotta listen, okay? As I said, ask questions and then keep quiet and listen to that person. What does that person want, okay? So this is like really important that you listen, right? What's that person's vision, right? What goals does that person have? So, when I started working with my millionaire mentor, he told me three things, okay? And which I'm gonna, remember till the end of my life. And this is what I teach to my students, right? He said, Trisha, you're not gonna, talk about the company. You're not gonna talk about the products. You are not gonna talk about the comp plan. I said, wow, Darren, what should I be talking about? He said, talk about the people, right? I said, well, this is like really, really nice, right? So talk about them. It's not about you. What happens is people just start, blabbering out, okay, you gotta be rich, you gotta be this, and this comp plan is so good. No one needs to listen to that, right? People really don't care about your company, your products, your comp plan. What they care about is how are you going to change their life, okay? They have not tapped into their personal power. So people who spam are those people who have not tapped into their personal power. And what do I mean by that? They have not stepped into their entrepreneurial and leadership shoes, right? Well, who's a leader? A leader is someone who guides people, okay? A leader is someone who solves people's problem. A leader is someone who listens to people, right? So that is really important. And the last is they're not duplicatable. Whatever they're doing, they can't make others do that, right? They just whatever. If they're selling, they can sell it, right? They can't help their team to sell. So that's the reason, people fail in this business. So what should we be doing, right? So now this is the most important thing. Stop selling and start listening, okay? This is really important. So the thing is, everyone wants the same thing, right? We want the same. We want a nice house. We want a nice car, right? We want to spend time with our family. We want to travel the world. We want to eat good food, go to good restaurants. That's what everyone wants, right? Our needs, our desires, our dreams, more or less are the same, okay? Majority of the people, they want to make a difference, okay? They want to change lives and leave behind a legacy, right? So you need, as I said, you need to know their vision. What do they want to do? How do they want to change lives, right? Because every person has got an area of interest, okay? So you really, really need to know that. And for that, you need to listen. Ask the right questions and keep quiet and listen, right? So that is really, really, really important. So what is so different about relationship selling versus conventional sales? So as I said, we are into relationship selling, right? And not conventional selling, right? So relationship selling is totally casual. Like I said, you build relationships and you're a friend, right? So it's like if you have a friend, you gotta be totally casual. Hey, you know what? I've joined this business. Why don't you just have a look? So because it's your friend sharing it, you will definitely have a look, right? In comparison to someone whom you don't know and you're just sharing the link, again, is either you're gonna get a pushback or that link would just lie forever in his message box, okay? So how does it work? 2% of the people will enroll on their first connection of exposure, right? Just 2%. 3% of the people will enroll on their second connection or exposure. 5% of the people will enroll on the third connection or exposure. 10% of the people will enroll on the fourth connection or exposure, and 80% of the people will enroll on the fifth connection and exposure, right? So just see the number of exposures that you need to have with the person for him to for you to make him join your business, right? So it's a no pressure, a no hype kind of a thing that we do, all right? And unfortunately, people are not taught how to be true networkers or top recruiters, right? So, and it's like really easy, right? You add a friend, okay, you talk to him, and that's it. It's just like you meet someone, at the airport or somewhere, wherever, and you say hi, hello, ask about him, and maybe if you get along well, you exchange numbers, and gradually you start to talk to him. That's the same thing that we do here in the network marketing world. We make friends, we talk to them, and we find out, right, what's going on in their lives, right? So it's just that it's a simple thing. Just get, hey, hi, how are you? I just messaged to touch base with you. What's going on in your world, right? So the tons of things that are going on, in a person's world, he might tell you maybe that, there's some great thing happening. Maybe he's getting married, or maybe his child is getting married, or anything, right? Maybe he's moving cities, maybe whatever, okay, whatever. He might be sick, anything, good or bad can happen to people. So you need to know, you need to be a part of their lives, right? So that's what you need to know. So, how to build rapport fast? This is really important, right? And this is key to building a relationship. So, rapport is finding things in common, right? People like to do business with those that they know, like, and trust, and people that they either like or aspire to be like. This is what rapport and relationship building is all about, right? Know, like, and trust means that you are a friend, right? Or you are a leader. People want to be like you, okay? Or they aspire to be like you, okay? And the points in which we draw a similarity is family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. All our questions are something that revolve around this, right? So what do? We start a conversation about their family, right? Okay, who all do you have your family? Are you single? Are you married? And just start talking, right? For example, these are such great ways, and it's so easy, right? So let's talk about family, right? So the person, if you're talking to a lady or a gentleman as well, he just asks about the family, and he says, hey, you know what, I've got a son. And you say, hey, you know what, even I have a son. And you can just say, you know what, it's like he might say, yes, my son is maybe 17 years old. And he might talk about his son, and you talk about your son as well, right? He might be small or the same age or maybe even elder. And that's a similarity that you draw. Okay, family, right? You can talk about your spouses and things like that. Then you talk about their occupation. What do they do in life, right? Are they into business? Are they into a job? Or what exactly do they do, right? So that's the second thing. Recreation. What do they love to do for fun, right? We ask all these questions. In fact, I have a script that I give to my students, with which they can determine everything about the person, right? Motivation, what motivates them, right? What's their vision? What's their dream? What do they want to do? These things are like really, really important, right? Okay, so once you do that, and it's so easy, it is so easy to build a rapport because people love to make friends, right? And if you come across as an interesting person, they just love it, right? You don't need to fake yourself. You don't need to pose off to be anything. Just present your simple, authentic, true self. That is something that is really required in relationships, okay? Whether it's real life or it's online world. You gotta be authentic because let me tell you something, people can smell if you're fake. halfway across the world. I don't think that you are in Facebook, so you can just fake yourself. Maybe you're just a struggling entrepreneur and you pose off to be a successful entrepreneur. Your wall tells it all, right? Whatever you are doing on your wall is something that tells people, right? It's like it's an open book, right? People know about you, okay? That's something that you cannot fake, right? So whatever you are, just tell that person, okay? So yeah, you don't need to be negative. You don't need to, say that you're struggling, but don't fake yourself, right? By telling that you are whatever, okay? Just talk about personal stuff and all that, with the help of which people can connect with you. So I'll tell you now, what happens is when you build a relationship, you may or may not, share. Just excuse me, huh? Sorry. Some problem in the throat. Anyway, so I'll tell you how you do. So you would just say, for instance, let's just name that person Tom. You'd say, "Hey Tom, I'm wondering if you could help me. Right now I'm rolling out another company and we are about to revolutionize the industry, and I wanted to reach out to find out, do you know anyone right now that if something was to land up on their lap, they would just say, 'Holy cow, are you for real?' And they would be in a position to make an investment, okay? And that's liquid. So, Tom would ask, 'Hey, what's that about?' All right? And you just share the link with Tom and you get out of the way, okay? You don't do the speaking. Your company presentation does the speaking, all right? That is something that you would be doing, okay? So that's one way, all right? If you do not want to approach that person directly, that's a great way. Otherwise, it's your friend. You can just ask him, "Hey, you know what? Are you looking for an opportunity or something?" And you can share the link. And then, as I said, the ways to find out what a person needs and how you share your links. So I've got a script that I share with my students, and that's what we do. Okay, so again, we're continuing with this slide, okay? So rapport is basically finding things in common, right? And you do it with these 4 questions, family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. So you form your prospect, and it's how you mold and sculpt the person, okay? You do it according to yourself, it's really important. So this is something that we learned from our mentor, and we're sharing from you. I'm sharing with you, okay? So as I said, first of all, you need to ask qualifying questions, right? To find a need. Like, that is really, really important, okay? So you might typically just, and the best way to do is ask that person, as I said, about his dreams, his vision. How much does he want to make, earn in a month, okay? And is he earning that amount? Whatever job he's doing, is he happy with that job, right? And is there something else he wants to do? Would he be open to another income stream, okay? These are the things that you can ask, right? Many times people just don't know, right? They don't know that they can have an extra income stream while they are working on their 9-to-5 job, right? So you ask them, right? And if you have a multiple income stream portfolio, right, just like us, so what you can do is you can, according to what he wants, you can go ahead and share that particular business or that particular income stream that you have with him, right? Or else just guide him to a friend, because that's what a networker does, right? So that's really, really important. For example, I go to my friend's place, and she says that, you know what, my kitchen roof just came down, it caved in, right? And I don't know what to do. So what I would do is I would just ask her that, hey, you know what, I know this guy who, who works on all this stuff, and he can help you. And what I'm going to do is just introduce those people and get out of the way, right? That's what a networker does. He uses his connections for helping people. All right. And then the second thing you do is you get third-party validation from your teams and leaders. This is something that really, really works. I do sales based on this, right? Get testimonial videos. Oh, all right. Share stuff about your team. Get leaders to give you, testimonials. Work with leaders. And when people see that, it really gives a validation about what you are doing, right? Then as I was speaking about the tools, right? You can have something or someone other than you that presents the opportunity, right? A website, webcast, brochure, video, DVD, CD, hotel presentation, teleconference. So what we do is, we go ahead and share the presentation. We don't do the talking, the presentation does the talking, right? So once you do that, okay, just get out of the way. And there's just one question then you ask after the person has watched the presentation. For example, Tom again. Hey Tom, based upon what you've seen and heard, can you see an opportunity here? Right? So Tom may say yes, or Tom may say no. So if he says, you know what, Trisha, no. So you would say, all right, no problem. What plans do you have for the weekend? That's it, right? Don't even try to convince that person. All right, you are just done after the yes and no. So let the tools do all the selling and not you. Because if you are speaking, there's going to be a problem. You're going to lose that business partner, because that, it's like if you start explaining everything, you are in for a failure. All right, just guide that person to the presentation, let him watch, and that's it. And you should not be attaching any emotion, right, to the outcome. That's what we do. Just share the presentation. Don't be desperate for a yes, okay? Because there is a long queue of people who want to make money, right? So if it's not one person, someone else will be interested in it. Okay? So do not be, I repeat again, don't be attached to the outcome, because that's where, if you're attached, you're going to get depressed, you're going to get disappointed that, oh, this person hasn't joined me. No, don't be desperate. Okay? As I said, it's totally casual, and let it remain that way. There are tons of people out there who want to make money. So if not one person, then you'll find another person. All right? But just don't deviate from the path, okay, of building relationships. All right? So focus on the relationship and the connection. This is something that, we keep doing all the time, right? The more the commonness, the more the liking, okay? People don't really know why they like you, but they just like you because, there's something similar, right? You've got similar interests. You've got maybe, similar, whatever, family type. And what I mean by family type is, maybe you got two sons, he or she's got two sons, and, you just start talking, and or you love reading books, you're into personal development, that person also loves personal development, or maybe you're sports lovers, or you both are writers. So that thing, that bond is instantly created. Okay, that's human nature. Okay, we like those who are like us. So if you get good with this, you can go to millions in a short period of time. It's all about relationship building. That is key. Okay, business is all about business, building relationships. The better you get on how to win friends and influence people, the more in money you will make. Right? So you should really know how to influence people. And you can be an influencer only when you talk to people, right? You listen to what they want. So you got to be a good listener in order to build a great rapport with people. All right? If you keep, speaking what you want, you just do all that stuff, no one will be interested in you, because people love those people who listen. So, as I said, do not try to explain anything, because that way you will lose a business partner. Okay? So all you need to do, as I said, it's not your job to sell or convince anyone about anything. Just be the tour guide or the traffic controller and steer people to your company video. All right? That's all you need to do. Then follow up and see what they like best about what they saw, and that's it. All right? So typically what we do is, after we share the video, we just ask, what best did you like about it? Because that's, taking the person's mind to a positive thing. Okay, if you ask the person, what, okay, did you watch the video, what did you see? No, he might just, come up with some negative stuff. But if you're asking what best did you like in the video, the person's mind would actually think what he liked in the video. All right, and then we ask, okay, based on what you saw and heard, do you find an opportunity there? So what will happen? So if a person likes it, he'd say yes. If he doesn't, he would just say no. So that's it. Don't be disappointed by a no, because as I said, everyone with whom you share the presentation is not going to come on board. Okay, so you have to be prepared for those no. Immune yourself to the no's. Okay, because that's what you have to do, right? Because if you don't immune yourself, you will not be able to talk to more people. Okay, so this is what we do. We connect with the prospect. Okay, we build a rapport. We find a few things in common, ask a few qualifying questions, and get out of the way and have them watch your video. Right? That is what we do. That's just simple. That's what we do. We do not explain the things in the video, right? If they say, oh, okay, you know what, it's too expensive, don't try to convince him. That's okay. It's expensive for him, fine. Because if you try to convince him, maybe that ends up in an argument. You don't need to do that. Okay, never mind. That's okay. What are you doing for the weekend? All right. Or else, okay, maybe you're talking to someone in the morning. Oh, what plans do you have for the day? All that stuff. That's it. Make it very casual. So be married to the process, all right? But be divorced to the outcome. All right? Zero emotions should be attached to the outcome. Be a RoboCop, totally bulletproof. Right? Just don't be moved by a no or whatever. You make a sale, awesome. Good for you. Very nice. You don't make a sale, that's okay. There are always more people on the line, and that person build a relationship anyway, because in our business we've got multiple income streams. So in future there might be some business opportunity of yours that might interest him, and he would end up joining you. In fact, he might, just come to you on his own and say, hey, what are you doing? I'd love to join you. So keep that way open that a person would love to keep coming to. And many times one no doesn't mean that it cannot, convert into a yes. It just may not be a good timing for that person. He may not have the money, but he may have just loved the opportunity, and he'll come back to you. People have come back to me after a year, after 2 months, 3 months, right? It just happens. And if I had not built up relationships with them, they wouldn't be coming back, right? People know that, if we go to Trisha is going to help us, because that's the kind of, rapport I've built. I help people all the time. So they know, I've stepped into my power. People know. People like to join people who've stepped into their power, right? That is key. People want to join leaders. So as I said, not everyone will be interested in your business, okay? Nor would they qualify to be, to work as entrepreneurs, to work with you as a business partner. So what? Just get over it. Okay? Some people are really like this, as you see on the picture. So do you think you want to work with people like this? No. So now you understand the importance of qualifying a prospect, qualifying a business partner, because that is something that you really need to do before you even go ahead and share your link or whatever you do, right? Not everyone will be interested. Accept that fact, all right? That business may be great for you. That business may have changed your life. You can do that well, but not everyone can do it, okay? Not everyone. So this is really important. This is something that you have to, understand. You only need 6 to 8 diamonds to be financially free forever. What do I mean by this? A diamond is a leader or a person committed to networking and marketing to find 6, 8 diamonds for themselves. Okay? So, I was just speaking to one of the coaches the other day, and he gave an excellent example, right? He talked about Jesus Christ. He said Jesus Christ had his 12 apostles, and with them as a team, they got so many people, they influenced so many people, tons and tons and tons of people. And he could do it with just 12 apostles, right? And you can do it too with your business. So you don't want people who are not working. You don't want people whom you have to push. All you need to do is get 6 to 8 leaders to sign up with you, so that, they bring people, okay? They concentrate on bringing 6 to 8 more leaders. People have become, millionaires just by doing this. They got the right people. They got key people into their business, right? And this is really, really important. Get people, right? Business is all about connections, okay? About relationships and exposure. I repeat again, business is about connection, relationships, and exposure, right? If you are emotionally disconnected from the outcome and commit to the process, and it's, doing a campaign, all right? You need to be committed to the process, divorced to the outcome, emotionally disconnect yourself to the outcome, and keep connecting with people, right? You can be financially free with this model. Just get those 8 people, right? 6 to 8 people. Or maybe if you get 10 to 12, it's amazing. So you need team builders, right? You need team builders. And you really need to, go out there and search for those people. And you cannot do that until and unless you're talking to people, you're going to people's walls and seeing what they're doing. Right? That's something that's really important. You must understand this, and this is what you should be concentrating on. This is the diamond of this presentation, this particular slide. Just need to understand this. Don't be chasing every Tom, Dick, and Harry, because they can't build your business, right? Concentrate on those who can actually build your business. Okay? So a lot of people don't realize that the goal is to get the person with the contacts. Okay, not working to get the contacts. Like, you are not working to get the contacts, okay? So what you need to do is just connect, okay? Just contact, connect, pique curiosity, and get out of the way, right? You don't have the time to explain to people. So, like, this is how we build a team. 6 degrees of separation. So 6 degrees of separation is the theory that everyone and everything is just 6 steps or fewer away, all right? And the example would be, Eric knows Bob, okay? Bob knows David. David knows Tim. Tim knows Emily, and Emily knows Hugh Grant, right? So instead of looking for 10 other people, right, just get Eric, because Eric is going to get you Hugh Grant, right? Because he has those connections. So get people who've got connections. That is like really, really important. Okay? Don't chase his connections, but just get him, and you gotta get all of them on board. Because Eric is gonna get Bob, Bob is gonna get David, David is gonna get Tim, Tim is gonna get Emily, and Emily is gonna get Hugh Grant. So you are all set, right? This is something, again, that you gotta understand. Right? This is really, really important, okay? And this is what we do. We are always constantly scouting for such people, right? They have the money, they have the attitude, they put on the work, they do everything, right? So concentrate on building a very strong team, and a strong team, comes with strong people, right? So get those people. Don't, as I said, right? The many people, what I do is I go ahead and help people, okay? I help them, with my trainings. I do a lot of free trainings, right? With the help of that, I help people, right? But not necessarily that I would want them to be on my business, right? Because I need to see, are they putting in the work? There are many people who just come, hey, Trisha, you did that training. Can I just have the replay? Sure, I go ahead and give them the replay, but then what happens? Probably they'll never even watch it, leave alone implementing it, right? So would I want such people? No, because I know if I get them, on my team, they will not be working because they don't have that initiative, right? They're not hard workers, okay? They wouldn't be action takers, and I don't want such people on my team because they are a liability on me. And you also don't want such people on your team. So you really need to have the eyes to see who's going to be fit, right? For your team, who's going to build your team, right? You can build a strong team of people, you would know each other, you complement each other, and just keep rising higher and higher. So that's, again, as I said, very important. So now this is a little mindset stuff. When I start working with my students, I do a lot of mindset work with them because mindset is really important. So, you can do all these things when you are in the no fear zone. Okay? If you're constantly thinking, hey, I'm gonna lose him, hey, I'm gonna lose him, oh, how will I pay my bills? Oh, what's gonna happen? It's going to affect your working. Okay? If I don't make a sale, what will happen? How will I pay my bills? What would this happen? What would happen? Maybe this. I mean, there are tons of things that we imagine, right? Out of fear. And fear is just, what I say is total waste of our imagination. So false evidence appearing real, that's fear. And fear is a complete illusion. That's what I say all the time, right? Fear has no identity until you give it any. Okay? What you resist is something that will persist and get worse, right? Conquer your fear head on. Don't settle for mediocrity. Know that you're worthy of your greatness. Again, I said this is the kind of mindset that you have. You should have, When you realize that you are worthy, when you realize that you are great, you step into your power, you step into the leadership shoes, right? And you guide and lead people. That's when, 6-7 figure earners would want to work with you. And then there are other people also who would want to work with you, right? People reach out to me, right? They want me to be on their team. On the other hand, there are people who want to be on my team. So that's what happens. That's what happens. Completely get rid, of all your insecurities, everything. Because, this business is all about mindset. What my mentor says, I'm quoting my mentor, he says, network marketing is personal development disguised in business. And that's so true, right? We need to do massive amounts of personal development to thrive in this business, because the challenges are a lot. Okay? And once you are in the right frame of mind, those challenges do not actually appear as challenges, right? Our fear is gone, everything is gone, and what we do is we're just working, right? We're just working, helping people out, changing their lives. Right? So that's what we do. So get yourself into the no fear zone, right? Just step out of your fears and your insecurities and get out of that fear zone. Okay? Get into the no fear zone. That is so important if you want to be successful in this business. Balance your emotions. That's so important, okay? You need to balance your emotions. So, what would you do now? How do you build relationships without even talking? So there are two aspects of relationship building in our business, right? We're using the social media. We connect with people. And the thing is, you cannot connect with, like, say, 100 people or 200 people or 300 people, 500 people in a day, right? You just can't talk to so many people. So the other best way, is to connect with people is on Facebook and with your posts, right? So while I did my live yesterday, that's what I said. Recruitment or recruiting, it begins from your wall. It's not something that starts with a chat. It happens with what you do on your wall. That is so important, okay? That's what you do. So you build relationship without even talking to anyone, right? Wouldn't it be great if you could get all the data of the people? You got likes, okay, all the data about the people, right? What do they do? What are their likes? What are their dislikes here, right? I mean, where do they go to travel? What books do they read? Amazing, right? If you could know everything. That's what we do with Facebook. We get all the information, right? We know what people love, right? What people are doing. We get every information. And that's the data that helps us, right? That's the data that helps us. Right? Wouldn't it be great to monitor people who will engage with you, who will love you? So that's what we do with Facebook, okay? So these are the posts, typically the posts that we do, right? To connect with people, right? Positive quotes, motivation and inspiration. So people just, they just come rushing to your wall when they see all this stuff because they really love this, okay? They just totally love positive quotes, motivation, and inspiration, right? You do this and you gotta attract people because people do not like to go to walls where, walls that, just seem as advertisement billboards, okay? Or negative stuff. No, people don't like that, right? It's just gonna be crickets on a wall if you do it. But if you are posting positive quotes, if you're posting motivation, if you're posting inspiration, you will be attracting a lot of people to your Facebook wall. Okay? How-tos on marketing. So people love that, right? I do Facebook Lives on marketing tips all the time. And this is how I add value, okay? I'll just like to share this. The 3 pillars of marketing. If you want to be successful, number 1, as I said, you got to build relationships. Number 2, you got to add value. And number 3 is you need to know attraction marketing, right? And you add value by, that's how I said, by, helping people with marketing tips, right? Tell them what they need to do, right? They're like 97% of the marketers are struggling. So if you help them with this, they're gonna be your fans, big fans, right? They're gonna follow you. They're gonna come to your wall. Just check out, hey, what's Trisha doing today? Or whatever. What's Emily doing today? What's anyone, okay? Just anyone. So they're gonna come to your wall, okay? They love to see your personal, family, and team adventure, okay? So these are kind of lifestyle posts, right? What are you doing with your family? Where do you hang out with your friends? Okay, what food did you eat? These posts do really, really well. Okay, because people like to know, they want to be a part because they're friends, they want to be a part of your life. They want to see what you do. Okay, when you post this, they come to know about your likes, your dislikes, and all that stuff. Entertainment, right? You can just post some lovely stuff, and that's going to entertain people. Comedy, people love humor, right? Everyone is so serious. So if you can make them laugh, that's awesome, right? So maybe some Snapchat pictures, or maybe pictures, internet humor pictures from Google, whatever, comedy, anything that makes people laugh, right? Trivia are multiple choice questions, okay? Like, if money was not an issue, where would you love to travel? Greece, Spain, United States, Australia, okay? All this is how we do. Then, as I said, how would you love to know what people are reading? What are you, just a question on your wall, what are you reading today? And you would get all the people to tell you what they're reading, right? The questions with which you can, people love to answer questions, people love to engage with you, and you really, really need to do that, right? Make them a part of your life and be a part of their life. Controversies, there's a lot of engagement in controversies. I remember when, Trump was running for the elections, and even after he was elected as the president, there's so much, going on people's wall. And there's like tons of, huge participation on those posts. The next thing is social proof of your success. Some people think that they're boasting, but no, this is actually not about boasting, but that's giving a proof of your success. This is important. So every day you don't need to tell people how much you are earning or something like that, but you can definitely, mention the milestones, okay? So that people know that, you are a person of substance, you are successful, whatever you're doing is working for you. So they would definitely like to join you, right? Social proof of your team's success. So many times, if you're a newbie in a company, you don't have result, your team's success draws people, right? Because it's the strategies in that company or, other stuff that because of which people are getting successful. So people would be drawn to you because of your team success. Don't worry if you don't have success yet, but go ahead and share your team success because that is really important. Many people, they have this insecurity, if I share my teammate's success, people might end up joining him. No, that doesn't really happen, and even if it happens, that's okay, right? Don't have that, go ahead and uh, share your team member's success, right? Edify him. I'll tell you something. I made a sale, okay? I shared one of my friends' success on my wall, right? She was a single mother. And another friend of mine who is also a single mother just joined me because of that, because, she could relate to it. And she thought, all right, if she can be successful, if she can do something, I can do it as well. So if I had been insecure, I wouldn't be making that sale, and that was $1,000 sale. Boom! Right? I get $1,000 in my PayPal just because I edified a team member of mine. Now you see the importance? This is something that you gotta do. And this is in red because this is of high importance. Do value-based webinars. Do it all the time, okay? Collect people, do trainings, do webinars, because that's really going to help people and that's going to create a following for you, okay? You establish yourself as a leader, okay? You establish yourself as a leader. And that's really important because if you don't establish yourself as a leader, you won't have a following, right? So when people see that you are giving out so much of value, they get the courage, right? And they get that assurance that you will be helping them if they come on your team, because as it is, you are doing so many webinars, right? You're doing so many trainings. So when you are doing it for strangers, you would go an extra mile for your team. So go ahead and do these value-based webinars. So this is what you do. Just give value, value, and more value. Give your best value away upfront for free, right? Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Just go ahead and share everything that you have, everything that you know, because that, reaps amazing rewards for you, right? We are here to share. We're here to uplift people. We are here to help people, all right? There's so many people struggling, and when you step into your leadership shoes, right? When you step into your power, you help those people, right? And they're going to come back to you. So just go ahead and give value. Keep giving value. That's of high importance, that you just need to keep giving value. Okay? Network marketing entrepreneurs are just, people are like, it's so easy to connect with people if you're providing value. You're so much loved, by the people just because you're providing value. People come and tell me all the time, people just love me, all right? People just love me. And people know that if Trisha shares something, it is going to be good. That's the kind of goodwill that I have built. And that goodwill comes with all these trainings, right? This speaks about your personality. That you are a leader, you are a true leader, and you will not lead people into something that's going to harm them. Okay? So this is how you build your goodwill, and your goodwill really matters in this business. Okay? And the goodwill doesn't come from, earning $1,000 in a month or in a day. People really don't care because, it's your earning. Okay? People really don't care what you know until they know what you care about. Okay? They care when they know that you care about them. And that's how you build your goodwill. Right? That's what you do. So this is again mindset. This is something that we do. Okay, this is something that I teach our students, that I learned in the Top Recruiters Academy. Mindset is so important. This is what I learned: how to master my thoughts, okay? How to master my words, and how to master my emotions. Thoughts are really, really so important. Don't just let thoughts rush into your mind, and just don't get entangled with those thoughts. Create your own thoughts, okay? What happens is, until and unless you control your thoughts, the mind has got the tendency, your egotistical mind actually has a tendency of going astray, and actually it goes on the negative side. Okay? It gives rise to fear, it gives rise to tons of things that do not exist. Okay? It makes you weak. So thoughts actually create your reality. So you need to be so cautious of what you are thinking. Okay? What you think is what you speak. What you speak is what creates the emotions in you. And universe, I tell you, it just catches your feelings. If you're not, that's the reason, people say, I don't know what, I've just got into the trap. There's so much of crap happening in my life. And that crap is happening because you're feeling crappy. The universe is getting that sign, and universe doesn't actually know negative or positive, right? It just gives back to you that it gets, it's a kind of a radio signal. So radio signal is neither positive nor is it negative. So you attract what you feel. And you really need to understand this. All right? So I teach my students all the time, I give, how to get your feelings positive all the times, right? How to create your reality with your thoughts. That is what you got to do all the time. Master your thoughts, master these 3 things, and you master your bank account. So you see, everything is like so important. Everything, it starts with a thought. The thought is, I am a leader. So when you think I'm a leader, you're gonna speak out that, right? It would show in your emotions, it would show in your actions, and that is really important. Okay, that is really, really important. You need to build your mindset, and that mindset comes with personal development. Okay, so I'm sure there's a lot of light bulb going right now, right? And I'm sure now you know where you were going wrong. Okay, so this is something, if you practice, that you are going to be successful. And now let me just tell you something, that I have got this amazing training, okay, that I went through myself, right? And this is something that I am sharing with you, and just typing it over here. This training has helped people earn $10,000 in a month. Okay, people went, they retired themselves with this training. And okay, you can just click on the link and get this training. And the best thing is, you get the training and you get to earn also with this training. Okay, so this is an amazing training, okay, that you can go through, and you can just, blow up in the sense, in a positive sense. You can just, get a lot of PayPal, a lot of money coming into your PayPal just because of this training. Okay, I did it myself. It is amazing, and I tell you that it made a lot of difference to me. And you can earn with it, right? It's just $97, and you can earn 50% commissions. So you're not just learning, you are earning with this as well. Okay, so this training, I'm sure, it's going to change the way you are doing your business. And with that training, you will be transforming your business, okay, and taking your business to the next level, right? So this is all for today. And go ahead and implement what I taught you, and you will be changing your business. You will be changing lives, okay? And the keys in the implementation, right? And you can always get back to me, and I can always help you. All right, I help a lot of people, and I will help you too, right? But the thing is, you must be an action taker. All right, people, so this is all for today, and this is Trisha. Just reach out to me if you need any help, and I would be so happy to help you.